Hi, this is Mr. Wong and I'm trying right now the DJI OM 5 gimbal with face tracking capabilities. Right now the phone, which is a Huawei phone, is really linked to the DJI OM 5 gimbal, and you have an active track for face tracking. So this is very useful for doing selfie vlogs. Wi-Fi, like what I'm doing right now, to just give you a brief overview of what this DJI OM 5 is about. Right now, the DJI OM 5 is the smaller, much more nimble, I would say, than the predecessor, the OM 4. The good thing is that it actually takes some of the features on OM 4, like the magnetic clip, into the OM 5, which I love it very much, because every time I have to struggle with a gimbal that has those clamps, and then every time you have to use the gimbal, you have to pull it apart, pull the clamp apart to put the phone in, and sometimes you drop the gimbal or you drop the phone. So this is something that I love very much, and I am actually quite happy that the OM 5 have this feature. Generally, OM 4 is a big chunky, with that pistol grip kind of design for the whole gimbal. Of course, the good part is the gimbal is much more stable to hold, because it's chunkier, and when you hold it, it doesn't tire you so quickly. But OM5 good thing is it shrinks down to a lot of the competitors' size right now, that a lot of people would love when you bring it out a lot and try to put everything inside a working bag. Especially for content creators, we have lights, we have phones, and maybe we have a mirrorless camera inside. So having the OM5, it's really a good thing. And the best part was that they actually incorporate the DJI OM4's most of the stuff, including the gimbal mechanism, buttons, and what have you, onto an OM5, but with a selfie stick. So if you're doing a vlog that you want a bit stretched out, from the phone away from the subject, like myself right now, the selfie stick actually helps a lot. There are a lot of things inside for content creators about for the app. It's app inside, and there is those dolly zoom for photographers. There is the multi image panoramic, which is fine useful if you want a bigger image files for stitching up panoramas. All these technologies is all thanks to the DJI drones on the camera itself, so it works fine. Aesthetically speaking, of course, sometimes you have to go experience yourself to actually understand what's going on. Like you say, I'm actually moving around a bit, and it just tracks me perfectly. That's a good thing about the DJI gimbal. Unfortunately, not everything is so nice, so rosy. Once you have the selfie stick up, the gimbal is not sitting on a flat plane. So once you have a selfie stick up, you have to actually adjust it a bit more to actually make it horizontal, so that the gimbal motors actually can have its full range of movement as it tries to follow either myself as a selfie or any subjects that is on active tracking. Other than that, not much of a big issues. It's just that you have to adjust a bit more. For those who have a bigger hands, yeah, I guess that the buttons will be a bit tougher to reach. Otherwise, just attached with the tripod, the small little tripod stand at the bottom of the gimbal, and if you have a bigger hands, you actually can shift down towards the end of the gimbal and have a better reach for all those buttons. Other than that, thank you for listening in and watching this test video, and follow Tech Gundu on the review. Thank you very much. Any comments, please leave it down below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.